got a little bit of gap here. We sanded the end of the aileron off so that the aileron doesn't bind to the wing. Did that on both sides. And we've got the taper where I like it. And that should be it. Next step is to tape it on. Okay, we're going to put the hinge tape on. It's not really hinge tape, it's just clear plastic tape that you can get at different widths just about anywhere. Try to find some that's non-stretchy. And you noticed I put some strapping tape on here. That helps take a little bit of the twist out of the aileron. Not a whole lot, but it helps a bit. So I put some on there. And one thing you got to remember when you're putting tape on is sticky stuff only sticks to what you're sticking it to. And if what you're sticking the sticky stuff to isn't what you want the sticky stuff to stick to, it ain't going to stick to what you want to stick it to. In other words, clean the part before you tape it. So I pre-cut the tape, and you just kind of center it on the top of the aileron. You can see I've already got the space, the hinge space in there. Tap it down, run it out, and I've taped the wing down and the aileron so it doesn't move. And I've lined things up. Gently push the tape out so you don't get any bubbles or wrinkles. And that's about it. Seal it down. I like to use the back of my fingernail there. Seems to do a pretty good job. And then we'll flip it over, put hinge tape on the other side, and that really makes it stick. Okay, to put the tape on the other side, the other piece of hinge tape, I bent this back because remember we put the tape on the top side, and you want to fold this aileron back so this plane here, so that these two surfaces are parallel or a little bit less than parallel. If you go back too far, it leaves a big lump in the hinge. Put a piece of tape there just to hold it so I can do it by myself. And I've got a piece of pre-cut tape, and you just lay that right down the center. Right down the center there. Get that on there, kind of tap that on so it doesn't move away from you. Seal that down a little bit. Remember, sticky stuff only stick, well, yeah, you know, clean it. Clean the part. Okay. Take off this. And fold the tape over. I find you gotta fold it like in quarters. Fold it in parts, otherwise you're going to get wrinkles and bubbles and you're not going to be happy, and we need to make a happy little plane. So seal this down, come over, see this is already sealed here, press this down here. You probably can't see the tape, but you can imagine it. Do it sections like this, because if you just start at one end and start flattening it out, you're going to end up with a wrinkle and bubbles, and you won't have a happy little plane. There, then you got to seal it down. Finger, nail, or whatever you like. Get that all sealed down. And we should have a nice little hinge here. Of course, you know, I'm not going to be real particular about this because it's an experiment. Okay, there's the hinge. Look at that. Once you get and we got enough down, make sure you've got enough up and down. That's why we had to bevel the bottom side of that cut edge on the aileron. And that looks good. Now we need to figure out how I'm going to mount that servo. Okay, we got one servo mounted here, and I've got a little bit of fairing. I'll put some tape over that to hold the whole thing together. Fairing to reduce drag. Drag's the glider's enemy. I just cut a hole right through, and then picked a bunch of the foam out there. Leave as much as the skin I have that I can on there. Of course, now it's the Osmic flyer. It's no longer the Cosmic flyer. So the next step is I'm going to reinforce the wing a little bit. I had to tear the reinforcement tape off, and I'll probably put a couple of strips of something on here to stiffen up the wing, and permanently mount the servo, put the control horns in, and our next video you will see the servo's complete and ready to fly.